episode 97 of Piv's NXT Point of View podcast. My name is Bill Pivots. So this week's episode was the go-home show to TakeOver San Antonio. I'll do my predictions at the end, but this episode of NXT was not that good. We got advertised that all four women in the women's title match will have a face-off later on in the show, and we also had word that Ember Moon and Liv Morgan would have their match, and that's what kicked off this week's episode. They rolled around a little bit in an inside cradle, a couple near falls. Liv landed a head scissors. Ember landed a running knee in the corner and a nice fall-away slam. She then locked in a crossface, but Liv was able to escape. Morgan locked in a guillotine, but Ember Moon lifted her up over the top rope and dropped her on the outside. Liv rolled back in the ring, but it set up perfectly that she would hit the Eclipse to get the win. Short match. The submission attempts made it a little slower as well, slowed things down, especially if it was only a 4-minute match. They definitely could have picked up the pace a little bit. As far as Ember Moon, I think she's going to get the title shot at the next TakeOver special, which I believe is going to be in Orlando the night before WrestleMania. Liv Morgan, middle of the road. She's kind of on the other undercard of the women's division right now. It then became official that Andrade Cien Almas and Roderick Strong will be facing off at TakeOver. Almas was then interviewed backstage, saying he will kick Strong's face in the next time he sees him, but Roderick Strong appeared. He was saying some words. Almas thought about leaving. As soon as Roderick went to speak, Almas attacked him from behind and beat him down onto the floor. The feud's been pretty much nothing. It's been just back and forth words and Roderick Strong not respecting Andrade Cien Almas, but the match should be good. I'm looking forward to it. We then got a video package for the NXT tag title match, leading into our next match, No Way Jose versus Kona Reeves. Jose was dancing around, working over Reeves as he usually does. Reeves faked joining him for a little bit, but then he attacked him in the corner. He landed a nice Samoan drop. Reeves then stood on No Way Jose's back like a surfboard, and then Corey Graves mentioned the only surfer that anyone knows, Kelly Slater. Jose made his comeback. He landed a flapjack and a pop-up punch to get the win. As Jose was about to be interviewed, Elias Sampson interrupted. The crowd, as they usually are, was very vocal against Sampson, booing him out of the building. Jose interrupted and had saying that he needs a new song and had the crowd start chanting Just Drift Away, but in the tune of No Way Jose. So, Just Drift Away. Pretty comical. I liked it. As far as the match, it was alright. There was really nothing to get invested in, and I'm not looking forward to the Jose Sampson feud, because I swear we've seen this before. I don't know why, but I feel like last year we saw Sampson and Jose feud. Let me know if I'm wrong. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that I've seen this before. Third match was Eric Young versus some no-name Chris Atkins. They mentioned that Damo got a name change, going by Killian Dane. As he was punching Atkins in the corner, Eric Young mocked Ty Dillinger's 10 chant. He then hit a diving elbow to the back and won with a poorly executed wheelbarrow neckbreaker. He didn't even get the neckbreaker part down. He kind of just flipped him up for the wheelbarrow and then slammed him down like a back suplex. After the match, Young grabbed the microphone. He was yelling choices and said that Dillinger made the wrong one. Killian Dane came out of nowhere and hit Atkins with a senton as Sanity left. We got a recap of the TM61 Revival match and the post-match attack, and then an update on Shane Thorne's surgery, saying that he'll miss near 7 to 9 months, quote-unquote, because of the attack. I say that because he needed knee surgery. They used the attack to write him off. He injured himself during the match, so they just used that as the catalyst. We then got a video package for the main event of TakeOver, not tonight, beginning with Nakamura's arrival in NXT, and then Rude appearing at Dallas, which was Nakamura's first match, and their rise to the top. It was then time for the face-off between the four women. William Regal was in the ring. He said that the women backstage assured him that there would be no physical contact. Sure, there won't be. Billie Kay and Peyton Royce were at first. They went back and forth saying why one of them will walk out the women's champion. Nikki Cross was out next. She didn't say anything. She kind of just stared and wanted to attack the two heels, but William Regal was able to calm her down. Asuka was introduced. She immediately ran down, chased out Billie Kay and Peyton Royce. She then turned, and her and Nikki Cross went head-to-head. Regal separated them a little bit, but Kay and Royce attacked them from behind. Asuka and Nikki Cross disposed of the heels and went at it again. Security ran down. They fought him off. Asuka landed a couple kicks to the head on a couple of security guards. She then went and attacked Nikki. Security guards pulled Asuka to the outside, but Cross went to the top, laid them all out on top of the ramp as Billie Kay and Peyton Royce watched in concern at the top of the ramp as the show closed. Decent end to an otherwise lackluster go-home show of NXT. This women's match has been built up, probably the best of all the matches for TakeOver. I would say the NXT title match is slightly below that, but this has been the most consistent feud, the consistent build over the last month or so. Unfortunately, the show just wasn't as exciting. We didn't get Rude, we didn't get Nakamura, no DIY, no Dillinger, no Authors of Pain. We just got video packages, which obviously that's what the go-home shows are, to hype you up, but not seeing these people in person made for a very boring NXT show. Looking at the card for NXT TakeOver, all the matches have some weird dynamic going on. They've either never fought before or they just have contrasting styles. That's going to make for a very interesting night. It's probably the least excited I've been for a TakeOver special, as bad as that sounds. But I think TakeOver, this one at least, can deliver just like the rest of them. Keeping my expectations low, I'll give you my predictions in a few. But it looks good on paper, just the names on the card. And, I mean, we'll see. Some of these matches, I think the tag title match will be good. I think some of the undercard matches will be good. And I think the women's match will be able to live up to expectations, especially with the competitors in there. They're good talents, regardless of what their characters are. So, speaking of TakeOver, here are my predictions for a TakeOver San Antonio. We'll start from the bottom and then work our way to the top of the card. I think Andrade Cien Almas will go over on Roderick Strong. Strong's a little new to NXT, so I think they're still building up Almas' heel character and getting a win. Whether it's clean or dirty, I don't really know. But I think Almas will get the win. I'm going to go with Eric Young over Ty Dillinger, continuing his quote-unquote do I still have it storyline. He couldn't beat Eric Young. Maybe he'll debut in the Royal Rumble the next night at number 10, like everyone wants. But I think that'll continue. He should be getting the call-up soon. There's a list going on of some of the people that are being groomed for the main roster, so I think Dillinger is going to be one of them. I'm going to go with Asuka retaining her women's championship. I don't see Nikki Cross getting the belt right now. Billie Kay and Peyton Royce are good foils for her, but having one of them win it is going to develop some sort of jealousy storyline, and I don't think I want to see Billie Kay and Peyton Royce face off. So I think it'll be Asuka, and then we'll have Ember Moon facing her at TakeOver Orlando. Tag title match, I went back and forth on this one, as well as I did with the main event. I'm going to go with the Authors of Pain over DIY. DIY, I think, are better as a tag team in chase mode, as they are good at trying to defeat the bigger tag team in the Authors of Pain. Authors of Pain win it. They're on a roll, undefeated, and I think they'll have a rematch at TakeOver Orlando. I don't know where that one's going to go. Maybe Authors of Pain retain, but I think DIY's reign is going to be short-lived. And the main event, I'm going to go with Nakamura over Bobby Roode. I think Roode will be on the main roster sooner rather than later, so putting the NXT title on him doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And Nakamura is going to retain it, continue on to NXT TakeOver Orlando, where he faces, I think, either Hideo Itami or the returning Cassius Ohno. One of those two is going to be built up as the rising star to take out Nakamura. I would love to see Hideo Itami get his chance, considering he's been injured so many times and it's always slipped away from him. But Cassius Ohno, the returning star, who knows? So that was this week's episode of NXT and my predictions for TakeOver San Antonio. I'll be back, I believe, Sunday afternoon recapping NXT TakeOver San Antonio because I won't be able to watch it live. And then I'll post that Sunday afternoon, and then I'll have another episode posted Thursday as well. So, enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy NXT TakeOver. I'll catch you back in a couple days. Peace.